get the fuck out of there or take cover.
Though, I mean, the blast radius on it's still pretty big, so...
Oh yeah, it's big. You're gonna have to move quick, but...
Or get in a house, maybe,
yeah,
get inside a building.
If you can get underneath something, that's your cue to do it.
So the yellow that you're seeing on the screen, that just indicates that they actually are wearing a ballistic vest.
Yeah,
they have
he's wearing a ballistic
bit of
vest,
additional protection. Oh man.
Nice.
Just got a little kill zone right here.
Yeah, he does.
Nice. That bouncing Betty with the radar thing seems like a great... Oh, I can't believe you didn't get that. Great combination. You know, it seems like the portable radar, I kind of wrote it off when I was playing earlier, but it seems like it's a really cool way to go, especially if you're trying to, especially something like HQ, where you're holding down a spot and you need to know when people are approaching a specific point.
Portable radar is great for putting it on bomb sites. It's great for putting it on flanking routes, so you know when they're coming up behind you. You know what path they're taking, especially in search and destroy. I use it a lot in search and destroy.
How is the location of the headquarters determined? Like where it decides to pop up? Is that based on like player location on the map at the time, or is obviously it selects from a number of pre-made ones?
Exactly. And yeah, we try to make it as balanced as possible based on where the two teams are.
Math.
Math is always the good answer.
Yeah. You'll notice once people play it a lot and they learn the predetermined locations, like the very skilled HQ players will send one player to each of those locations to try to have somebody on hand at all times. But that's when you get into the, super hardcore team play. Nice.
Nice. Yeah, that's a good placement for that turret. The thermal vision is something that's always looked really great in the Modern Warfare series. I think it's like, the game already looks pretty good, but when it's in this thermal vision, it looks like almost like startlingly kind of real at times.
Yeah.
Like the AC-130 mission in particular, if you watch that, like in the old ones, compared to like actual AC-130 footage, it's pretty striking.
Here he comes, here he comes.
Oh, nice. Man, I think he might be the only one holding down this point at this point.
Like, this is a great reason why you should start rolling with EMP grenades. Don't always just rely on your concussion, because concussion's great, but it's, not as useful when it comes against stuff like that.
Sure, I guess people a lot of times just pick concussion because they imagine that it'll have limited use only having an MP3 one, EMP one.
Yeah, but when you're playing in objective mode, you know they're going to be using equipment a lot. Because in objective modes, people are rolling with support strike packages, so EMP's a great thing to have.
So Twitter user HalalaPP asked, will there be a perk that takes out falling damage?
Yeah, I think there's it should be one of the benefits of one of the pro ones. So we lost Commando. In Modern Warfare 2, we had the Commando perk, which we removed that from Modern Warfare 3. But we kept the no falling damage on one of the pro perks.
Well, HalalaPP, you can try out that perk for yourself, the pro version, when you get a copy of the game, because you're getting a copy of your platform of choice from Modern Warfare 3. Still have 8 left, so if you want to send in your questions, you can send them to twitter.com/IGN. Right there, you see it on the bottom of the screen. Hashtag Modern Warfare 3. Taking questions about anything. Modern Warfare 3, Spec Ops, which you showed earlier, even campaign. Here with Glenn Schofield from head of Sledgehammer Studios and with the
creative strategist.
Creative strategist, Robert Bowling.
Super creative strategist. That's what I'm going to add this time.
Amazing creative strategist.
Super.
Twitter user Matt Hamer16 asked, will there be any Easter eggs in multiplayer or Spec Ops like there was in Modern Warfare 2?
Yes, there are.
Gotta find them. We're not gonna tell you them because they're not Easter eggs.
Usually they are.
Yeah, I'll just say I did notice playing that people should go when they're playing in the mission Underground. They should go look at these subway maps. They're very interesting.
Yeah, you could. They're interesting thanks to Legal.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you, Legal, for forcing us to make Easter eggs.
Are you telling me that you couldn't even use like real subway names and stuff like that? Like, are those copyrighted?
You would be surprised the things that lawyers tell you can't use.
Yeah.
Whatever. It results in some funny things, I imagine, when you have to just be like, well, fine, then we're calling it Space Station 27 or something,
Yeah.
you know. So yeah, we don't want to give them away, but they will be there, Matt. Pure Raw J asked a question that maybe you could answer, Glenn. He asked, who composed the score for the game?
Brian Tyler. Brian is one of the top guys out of Hollywood, and he just did a fantastic job. When he came up and we talked with him, he was instantly got along with the two teams, and not only that, he's a real hardcore gamer. So we knew that we could really talk about interactive music, and he composed it, and then he would go up and get the Philharmonica.
How does composing a game for Modern Warfare 3 go? Is it that he looks at a storyboard and thinks about it, or does he actually get to see like scenes from the game and be like, oh, this is what
we'll make videos and movies and send it down to him, or play it live to him, and he gets to see the kind of gameplay, and then we also will talk to him about it. Like there might be a particular area where we'll say, this is like that scene in Black Hawk Down.
Right. It's interesting to think that you guys played these games early enough that you're playing them without any sort of music whatsoever.
Right.
That's got to be such a different experience,
It's unbelievable.
You do a lot of temp, just like
Yes.
we do temp dialogue. We'll do temp music, and we'll find like scores and music that fits the tone of what we're looking for a level, and put that in so it's not completely silent throughout development, and then we'll use that as like a palette for the rest of it.
Sometimes we'll hum it through.
Here's someone using the
Recon Juggernaut.
The Recon Juggernaut, yeah, with a bullet shield.
So you see he has that radar ping coming off him because he has built-in portable radar. And then obviously he's forced with a riot shield.
He can beat people to death with that
He
riot
can
shield.
beat people. The big cons to the Recon Juggernaut, obviously you have a lot of resistance to damage, but you're slow moving, you can't go prone, you can't jump, you have a lot of restrictions on your mobility.
And eventually that shield gets pretty hard to see through as it gets damaged. Oh, nice. Punched him to death. Pure Raj, thank you for your question about who composed the score for the game. That actually led to some pretty interesting discussion. For that, you get our final PS3 controller, Modern Warfare 3 themed. Remember, if you want to enter for a chance to win our limited edition Modern Warfare 3 Xbox 360, you need to go to facebook.com/IGN, like us, become a fan, do all the good things that you do on Facebook. Jacob Tuma asks, was the UMP-45 adjusted to be not as powerful as previously?
Yes, it's more balanced with all the other weapons in the game for sure.
I mean, it's the starting submachine gun right now, correct?
Yeah, and we typically want the starting weapons, especially the weapons we put in default classes, to be fairly competitive with everything else, because that's the weapons. Like, we want you to be able to choose one of the default classes for your playstyle and have a fighting chance against anyone else in the game. That's what they're designed to be.
Yeah,
But yeah, the M45 has definitely been balanced more to the rest of the weapons in the game.
Another Twitter question from Stevie McDubs asks, I like how it takes 2 perks to be completely invisible to radar. Are there any other balances like this in Modern Warfare 3?
There's a ton. I don't know any specifics I can give. Just
I mean,
like
previously
that.
there's been perks in the past that made you completely invisible, just like one perk, right?
Yeah, Ghost in Black Ops, and that's what we were looking